So lately, I've been starting my first meal of the day with protein powder and a little bit of collagen. I mostly added the collagen right after having surgery, just because I kind of figured it might help me heal a little bit better, maybe even improve some of the scarring that's going to happen. In addition to the collagen and protein, I've been adding Redmond electrolytes. Just a quick note that most fruity electrolyte drinks or fruity powders mixed with chocolate are pretty disgusting, so that's why I went with vanilla. And I always mix mine with water. And that's pretty much it. I give this a pretty good shaking because it's got a lot of powders that are going to clump together. And it's definitely an interesting taste, especially the vanilla mixed with the fruity watermelon lime electrolytes. But it's pretty good. I've been doing this lately as my first meal of the day, playing off of the protein sparing modified fasting. And I've been prioritizing protein over pretty much all the other macronutrients because personally I have plenty of body fat that I can still burn off, and carbohydrates just kind of make me retain a lot of water. So I've been doing, just whey protein in the morning and the collagen lately, and it's definitely been helpful as far as reducing my caloric intake. Speaking of caloric intake, tomorrow is the 4th of July, and I need to get a grill cleaned up because I planned on cooking on an actual grill. But I remembered we have a couple of these outdoor flat tops sitting around at the restaurant, and so I just needed to pull one in and get it cleaned up. So that's what I did. In the middle of doing this, I got a notification from Fiverr saying that my project was done. I'm working on doing a pork rind Indiegogo because I had a lot of people that want to see this, and this is what the logo looks like in the first iteration. Comment down below to let me know what you think. And to end off my day, I'm going to get some of this prep done. I've already done a good bit of it before, cutting up this corn. I know that's not carnivore, so if you see this corn and it upsets you, I don't care. You need to find other things to upset you. So it's the morning of July 4th, getting ready to go out and pick up this grill and go cook for my parents and my girlfriend. I just really need to get some coffee into my body before all this happens. I am personally a very low energy kind of person, as you can tell by my talking voice. Even when I feel like I have a lot of energy, I'm still, pretty low energy. And I don't know, that's just how it kind of been my entire life. But before I get the day started, I like to sit down and do my morning pages. If you don't know what that is, there's a book called The Artist's Way. And in the book, she talks about doing these things called morning pages, which is 3 written pages, which I'm using a computer, which is a little bit cheating. The goal is to get everything out of your head so that you can have a chance to come up with something creative, because creativity seems to be blunted by all these other thoughts in your head. So it's really more of a journal than anything. But I find that it helps me a lot in way of trying to come up with video ideas, business ideas, things within my businesses and stuff like that. So you should check it out if you're someone who needs to think of creative ideas or just wants to get everything out of your head.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing a video.
Nossa!
Nossa.
But I'm not good, I know. It's delicious.
So I got to my parents finally and started cooking. Today I'm going to be making some chicken that I have marinating and some ranch seasoning, as well as some steak and Kaneka sausage. And it's the 4th of July, so I had to have at least one beer, just to kind of celebrate a little bit with my family. 4th of July has always been a pretty big family-oriented thing, but in the past my brother was the one that would cook all the time. He would always, smoke ribs or Boston butt, and, it was always amazing. And it kind of made me miss this today, but I'm glad I could come in and, just cook for everyone and have a good time. For the record, this is a 2-pound sirloin steak, and it kind of sucked. It's got a huge piece of picanha on it, which, is supposed to be the most tender part of a sirloin. But for whatever reason, this was lacking, and it was quite a tough piece of steak. It still tasted good. It was just a little bit chewy in places. The chicken was amazing, and the Kaneka sausage was amazing as always. With this meal, I also cooked up some veggies. I just kept it pretty simple, did some onion and some bell pepper, cooked those together with some salt and a little bit of butter, just get a good bit of color on them before I added on some corn and some okra. I did eat a bit of this, but I'm happy I ate this instead of a bunch of, other garbage that would make me feel like a big pile of shit for the rest of the day. This big boy yet disappointing steak is finally done, and I pulled it off, set it to the side, let it rest. Here I was cutting off the picanha to get a test on the doneness, and this is when I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be a great steak because just cutting through this was a chore, which is not a good sign. But the entire platter looked amazing, and there was plenty of leftover for 4 people, so I enjoyed that. And I ended my night off with the new Tom Segura special, which was fantastic. Check it out if you like that kind of comedy. Alright, see y'all next time.